is centered, so we're gonna go back through it real quick. This is Ravens Playbook, part 1 of the full multi-part ebook. So I'm gonna go over personnel and everything real quick. Yeah, quarterback, I have Russell Wilson for my Broncos team, just gunslinger on him. If you can get a set feet lead, gunslinger, hot route master, that's probably the best thing you can do. Any combination of those abilities. Running back, someone who's shifty. You don't really want a big, thick Jerome Bettis type player. I have Jahmyr Gibbs with angry runs on. Free Randy Moss from season 2, maxed out. Mark Clayton with slot apprentice, or hot route masters. What you need, at least slot apprentice. Tight end, Dalton Kincaid, good speed, good route running, and good blocking, run block. I value run block on my tight ends. And Marvin Harrison at receiver also. Nothing too special. He's just good enough, I guess. And get yourself a good fullback. Our main bread and butter, biscuits and gravy, as you might say, is going to be in gun bunch. And that's what this one is. I'm going to go over a few setups in each formation, or each play. So this is part 1. We're just going to come over here versus cover 3 looks. With flanker drive, you have this post route that can fit right into the zone of cover 3s. So for this setup, we're going to do like this, as you can see. And we're going to look at this post route over the top. So that's your first look if you're needing chunk yards. And then over here on the right side, we have this smart route and out route, and then outside receiver on a flat. You're just going to high-low it. If the flat's open, take your flats. If it's not, take your other play, which is going to be this deep out, or the tight end flat hitch, or whatever you want to call it. As you can see, this deep out route can get open. If you want, you could put that on a corner route. It's just you're not going to have a clear out, so it's not going to work as good probably. Yeah, you don't really want to do a corner route. You want to keep it shallow with the deep out. And then your last look, if you don't like this route that he's on, you can put him on a hitch. Just quick little dink and dunk. So that's your first setup for flanker drive. Second setup, you're just going to leave him out there. Put your running back on an out. Put you here, and you're just going to put him on a flat. So with this play, you have the post, which you can keep hitting. And then you're going to have a corner flat with a clear out on your outside. Receiver, hit the flat if you want. If the corner route gets open, hit your corner route, touchdown, big play. Flanker drive is where you're looking for big plays, most likely. You can also hit it with a cross or drag and then leave this tight end route here and take your underneath, which that was a bad throw. A lot of the route combos and formations, route combos are going to kind of leak with each other throughout the different plays. A lot of the same concepts really, just with different good routes, I'd say. Flanker drive, you're only coming out in it because it has that post route really. If you have hot route master, you can basically do that. So that's it versus cover 3. That's what I like to call it the most versus cover 2 is going to be a lot of the same. So flanker drive versus Tampa 2, cover 2, almost identical. Except for this, I'm going to do something like this. Weaknesses in cover 2 is obviously the outside and deep middle. So if you need to hit your flat, hit your flat. And then we're going to look at the corner route. This corner route can get open. You can put this on an out route or a flat. It doesn't really matter. The tight end is going to clear the deep half out, and the corner made a good play there. And then that corner route can get open over the top. Then you have the post route. I like to motion it in. If you have enough time, you can fit it in over there, just like that. That's where your cover 2 stuff is mainly going to be. Nothing too good out of that play versus man coverage, unless it's a 0 blitz, hit the post over the top really. So our next play is clear out SE, and we're going to go out and cover 3. First setup, slot on a drag, tight end stock, and you can really do whatever you want out here. You can work your out routes versus the third on the solo side. That's always going to be free yardage right there. You can put them on a comeback, put drag route out here, high low the middle of the field versus the user. That post can get open. I was under pressure. You saw it was open, but I'll still throw it again. Oh my gosh, under pressure again. Wow. My D-line is crazy. What can I say? There we go. Just like that. If the user bites on the drag, you're almost always going to have the post route immediately. And if they start figuring that out, what I'll do is I'll put him on an in route, because they'll take a little longer to develop. And you can hit that right there. Just trying to hit shallow. If he starts playing shallow underneath things, hit him over the top. And you can also probably motion snap this in like that. Just cheeky little yardage right there. So that's it for cover 3. Cover 2 with clear out SE is going to be a lot of the same things. You can still do this, it's not going to work as good. Just got to be quick with it. If the middle leaves, you usually tend to have that drag route. Another thing I'll do is something like this. It's kind of like a mini smash concept. That corner route can get open. You probably want to do that versus cover 3, honestly. So, just stuff like that. I mean, if you motion this out and put this on a deep curl, this can take a long time to develop, but you can hit it something like that. It's not the best, but it can work. You can even put him on out, motion him out, and just with that motion, you'll see he scoots to the left. And middle of the field, if it's a Tampa 2, he's going to go cover it, especially if the user's there. So this is more of like a last resort, I would say. I mean, you can motion this guy in and just try and fit that ball straight out here. I wouldn't call that too much, especially since they'll probably adjust. That's that for cover 2. You're always going to have this set up with hot route or slot apprentice, so you can always just work cover 2 like this. If the user starts playing that, just hit your flat route if it's open. This play isn't too good versus man coverage, so I'll go over man later. So we're just going to go to verticals now versus cover 3. That's where it's best versus. Cover 3 is one of the more common coverages along with cover 4. And most of these are going to go hand in hand. So hit the drag route, outside receiver on the drag, and that's really it. You can put a comeback out here. You can put an out route on your solo receiver. Just whatever suits your fancy, I suppose. So this is the best setup out of here. You can hit this crosser over the middle. It usually gets open versus cover 3. Second setup, just motion this guy out. You can put an out route out here. That solo receiver, just do whatever the defense is giving you. If he's pressing, I'd put a comeback. If he's backed off, put the out route. And you can usually hit this. He played that ball great. Wow. Let's try that again. This has got to be like an instant throw. See, like that. short yardage, make a play. One juke can get you up to 25 yards, really. Second, whatever it is. Everyone's probably seen this. Slot on a streak, motion out the outside receiver, hit the slot over the linebacker or user. The user's there, did not throw it at all. I mean, you could do something simple as this also. Wherever that corner doesn't go, you go. Just short yards. Display next versus cover 2. By the way, okay, yeah, I did. So verticals versus like a regular cover 2. Here we go. Display. What you're gonna do is put tight end on a go, motion that guy out, and this like wheel route thing can get behind the zone, just right there along the sideline. If the deep half isn't there, then that's free. And if he starts to back off his zones right there, you can put your tight end on a flat instead, and it should still get there, just like that. So free money right there most of the time. I wouldn't really run this too much versus man. I mean, you can do a zig like this, and hold up, something like this, and then motion snap this like that. If it lets me, it doesn't let me because I motioned him in. And the crosser can get open. A lot of things can get open. If you have a running back that can run, you can run a lot. So I'll go into man coverage real quick. You're probably going to look at cover 2 man most of the time. So I would motion this whip route in so you have more room along that sideline. Out route, and then a drag. The zig route gets open. Sometimes you can throw the crosser. It's just trying to play whatever you can. If you have to do something like this, put it deep out here. A zig route, slant route, whatever you need. The zig needs to come out fast though. If he doesn't beat him off the ball, then you're probably not going to get that open. Crow routes versus man coverage tend to work pretty good. So if we watch this, bang, the corner just doesn't react to the stop, or he does and it's too late. You want to throw it like right when he breaks on the ball, or right when he breaks his route. That way when he turns around, first thing there is, ball in his face. Not like that, guys. Corner routes versus man, obviously gonna work. Stuff like this. Clear out that deep half and hit the ball out here. I have a 5'9" receiver, so that's probably not gonna work versus 6'4" Tariq Woolen. Make sure you know your personnel. Make sure you know your personnel, guys. And that's really the main plays. Bench pivot can work too. There's cover 3, I'll show it real quick. Cover 3, you want to put him on a streak. Motion this guy out. You can put this backside on a drag. If it's open, put him on an out. It's really anything that suits your fancy, once again. And then you're just going to high-low this guy. You can have that speed out or the pivot corner, whatever you want to call it. Versus cover 2, I would do it like this. Just flat route, stuff like that. A lot of the same concepts, really. You can hit them over the middle like this, and then like this. Just so the user has something to cover, and they're not out there on your corner route. And then for the run game, we have sweep and then halfback draw. Make sure when you're running the ball that you're doing a lot of the same motions. Do not click on your O-line because that'll expose that you're running. They can see that and then just run commit. A lot of people don't know that. But yeah, if you just do some fake hot routes and some motions, give them some eye candy, they pass commit, you can get a solid 6-8 yard gain, even more. With this sweep, I'll really just do a lot of that. Same motions and everything that I do. Try not to run the ball on first down. Don't get too much tendencies, I guess. Not necessarily don't run the ball on first down, but if you run the ball on first down, 4 first downs in a row, they're probably going to start to play the run on first down. And unless you're setting them up for that, just play smart. Run the ball. This is the best running formation, obviously. But if we change the play, if you're passing the ball, say you passed it 5 times, now you're in 3rd and 7. This is where I call halfback mid-draw. Hit the draw on them, give them some of your motions, some hot routes. If they have an inside stuff, double team the inside stuff. They're probably going to pass commit, and you can go out there and get some yardage. And another thing you can do when running the ball, get your personnel fit for running the ball. And by that I mean come out here, triangle or Y to substitute. Come to this receiver, your outside receiver. Throw in a tight end out here. Throw in fullback, whatever you have. Someone with good run block. I have Chris Manhertz, 86 overall with like 82 run block or something. And that's going to give you an edge versus DBs out here. I mean, I don't think there's really too many DBs that have over even 75 block sheds. So then it's really just one-on-one out here. If it's man coverage too, just get your personnel right. Play mind games. You can motion him out like this. Read your blocks. If they shed to the outside, cut up, in. If they're just sitting there, I like to bounce it out. You can motion that. I made a bad read, had a bad block. It's whatever. So, I mean, that's really it for bunch. It's just get a lot of motions going, a lot of eye candy. Make sure you can read a defense. If you don't know how to read a defense, make sure to comment down below, and I can go over a video over that. I mean, you have a lot of other gadget plays in here, like the screen. If they're blitzing a lot, everything, they're getting a lot of upfield pressure, go ahead and toss a screen. It never hurts. Sean Payton makes a living off throwing screens or calling screens. And with the screens too, you get your motions going. Don't let him, especially if you can tell that he's blitzing, like if they're blitzing, get your motion out here, get you that motion, get your motion up, get the ball out, make a cut, and get vertical. Run north and south, guys. Just try and run north and south. That's how you move the ball forward. Or don't move south, but move on the north and south axis. Y'all know what I mean. And the last gadget play, I guess, really is this. I call this like once a game, maybe. I run this about once a game. If they're on a lot of man coverage, you can get this, especially. I mean, you can motion Moss to your outside receiver in. You don't have to. Just trying to get everything going out here. Right here, it was horrible. Never run this ever again. Just kidding. You see it right here without motioning in. Justin Simmons owns Dalton Kincaid, I guess. But yeah, that's really it. Be smart. Don't let the blitz get you, bro. The blitz always gets me. There we go. Tight end finally got a block. I mean, if you have a speedy guy out there, 93 speed or something like that, good excel also. And if you really wanted to, you can get into personnel again with this end around and motion or substitute a running back in there. I got Barry Sanders. Put a running back out there. Just get your personnel set. Maybe you have jukebox on this running back. Bang. Quick 6 yards. Do your thing. But that's going to be it for Gun Bunch. This is part 1. So I'm going to try and get trips, tight end offset out next. Then normal Y off and Deuce Close. Then I'll get into my heavy and empty. And that's going to be it for gun. In pistol, we're going to have strong slot, U off trips, and bunch. And then single back wing tight Z, really. So, a few more parts. So, that's it for the video. Comment if you don't know how to read defenses. I'm literally Peyton Manning, so you can let me know.